Welcome in, everyone.
Hey, hey.
Hey, everybody.
Hello, hello.
Hey, it's good to see everyone. Special shout out to Duke Girl if she's in the chat.
She is.
Fantastic news. We're so pleased for you, darling.
Yes, so happy. It's a good day. It is a good day.
Yes. Well, here we are, y'all.
Unless your name's Daisy.
That's what I was. Unless your name's Daisy.
Hey, Kim. So glad you're here.
Yeah.
To do that before sleep catches me.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay Marie. Thanks for being a member for 2 months.
Hey, Auntie cracking asses. There you are, girl.
Nico, Toaster Oven. It's good to see you.
Hey, Toaster Oven. I swear I can't get that. Toaster Oven says, I'm tired of her lies and bashing me as well. Lean on me. But what she did to Brandy again is sick. And we're about to get into that.
Before we do, though, can I just say, Toaster Oven, to those of us who don't know you but know your work, I don't know you at all. I've never spoken to you, never spoken to you in chat. But I am aware of how much effort and work you've put into supporting all these different events where you raise awareness for missing children in Tennessee and especially Summer Wells. And I really admire that. I know that you and Nana for Life really work hard at that. And it does not go unnoticed. I know it doesn't always go appreciated, but it doesn't go unnoticed.
It sure doesn't go unnoticed. Actually, Toaster Oven, I remember the first time I heard of you, you were in Ziggy's and you were telling her about the event. I think it was the Fall Festival, but this was months ago. And you were talking about the festival for the missing children. I remember that.
I used to chat with Toaster Oven a lot under my Blanca account. She's a sweet lady.
Yeah. So, do we want to get straight into it?
Before we get straight into it, can I just let everybody know about Grismo's wish list?
Please do.
Yeah.
Yo, Grismo has a wish list this year for the holidays. He wants some pajamas, but let me see if I got his little picture right here. His wish list is posted on our community tab, and actually it's all items that are going to go shipped directly to WIS Cares. And it's an organization that provides veterinary services, care, sometimes even housing pets for the less fortunate, and also the homeless. They also provide pantry items to both the homeless and the pets, their pets. So um, they they do that, and so the wish list is there, and everything will ship directly to Whisk Cares. There's a little bit of information on our community tab, so if you have it in your heart, Grismo has a wish list.
Well, looky there.
Yep, and he's got some pajamas on there, some raincoats, some toys.
All the
Would it
important
be a
stuff.
wish list? Would it be a wish list without pajamas? If you can go over to the community tab and read, it's a fantastic organisation in Wisconsin helping the homeless and helping the pets of people who are homeless. An interesting fact that they take in animals from people who are made homeless, and something like 90% of the animals that they take in from people who are suddenly homeless, they manage to put back with the
Reunite.
reunite when these people have got somewhere to live, and they also care for the animals of people who are living on the streets. It's a fantastic organisation that Eliza found. We didn't know anything about. She found it all. She set the wish list up as she always does, so brilliantly. And no one will touch any money. No one will touch an item. It will go straight from you ordering it into your basket on Amazon, straight to the people who need it. And it's just fantastic. I'm so impressed when Eliza suggested it and organised it. It's just fantastic. So yeah, Christmas list. Go and have a look.
Thank you, everybody. Okay, now we can get into the other animal business.
Yes, down on the farm, things have been a little out of hand. Very brief introduction to what's going on. Miss Daisy, Crazy Critters and Crime on the Farm, whatever the heck it's called, somehow took offence at the fact that Brandy Neal, mother of Michael Monkey Vaughan, was in the chat of Andrew, who used to be married to Ali, connected to the whole Summer Wells case, just so that you're getting all the characters here. Saw that Brandy was in that chat, sort of seemed to be deeply offended at the fact that cash apps were clicking off, and had quite a lot to say. These clips are from a channel called Tickle Pink, because Miss Daisy has managed to put her stuff either behind a paywall or privated it. We don't know which, and we don't much care. They're used under fair use. We're very grateful to Tickle Pink for putting the links together. And I'm going to drop Tickle Pink's channel in the chat. Please subscribe and support another one of these excellent clip channels that do so much to provide information to the whole community.
Thank you, Dree. Love the jerks. Appreciate their support for their subs. All of these women are absolutely amazing. I love you all and thank you. Dree, same to you.
Yeah, and can I just say a quick word for Dree? I did post it in 6up just in case anybody was listening or watching. While we're talking about Brandy Neal, Dree has never been anything less than 100% positive, supportive, speaking well of Brandy and Tyler and the family, and so supportive of anything that can help with searching for Michael Vaughan. And she has never said anything negative to us, has never spoken negatively about anybody in the family. And I feel really sorry that her trying to be neutral and trying to be an open space where people can come together, not necessarily as best friends, just not hating on each other, seemed to have blown up in her face. She's a great girl. We're really glad to have her. Your loss.
Your loss.
Right?
And like Pearl said, Dree is one woman that stands 10 toes down and backing Brandy. Best believe that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the cow lady's at it again. I don't know. She was in our chat last week. You know, we kind of went over the interview of sorts Matthew did with her and Jinkies, and she was in the chat. Everything was fine. Blase, blase. And then last night, which I missed it, I heard, which shout out to Tickled Pink for catching it, because I guess Daisy privated the video right afterwards, or did she put it behind a paywall?
I see that Brandy is in the chat. Brandy, you're very welcome. There is nothing negative about you here. We're very much concerned with the fact that, to put this in perspective, there's already some awkward feeling between Brandy and Miss Daisy going into this whole situation we're about to cover, because Brandy quite rightly asked Miss Daisy not to talk about Michael when she's talking about sex trafficking.
Right.
Now, I do not think that's an unreasonable request. There's absolutely no evidence that suggests that Michael's disappearance is connected in any way to sex trafficking. And whatever Miss Daisy thinks about, Beyonce eating children and sex trafficking being everywhere and blonde, blue-eyed children being particular victims, whatever she feels about that, when a mother comes to you and says, please don't put my child's picture up while you're talking about sex trafficking, and because there is no evidence that he is one of those cases, and I don't wish my child to be amongst that conversation and connected with that sort of situation in people's minds, however casually, please don't do it. I don't think that's unreasonable. And I feel that Daisy took it far too personally. And then it became a whole thing about discussions with Don and rap being in the back chat and blah, blah, blah. None of that was important. The fundamental point was Brandy Neal asked you not to put Michael's picture and name in discussions of sex trafficking. Full stop. And that should have been the beginning and end of it. But now it seems that Daisy's got a bee in her bonnet about it. And yeah, I don't care for the insinuations that you will hear coming out now.
Amy Lynn, I wanted to address you real quick, and I'm going to be nice about it. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Daisy and Brandy have talked it out and have come to an understanding. So why is everybody talking about it and causing trouble? One, the trouble has already been caused, and it happened on the internet, so we can talk about it. We're here to give our opinion on it, and that's exactly what we'll do. Now,
we're not going to stand back and watch Michael's case get turned into something that happened to Summer Wells.
and
We're
it
not
ain't
going to
actually-
stand back quietly and allow for this to be done.
Actually, Amy, we will be covering that brief 6-minute video that Daisy put out about an hour and a half ago, that she says puts it all to rest. I don't believe it does. And I was astonished to hear Daisy saying to the mother of a missing child that she, Daisy, had been having a tough time of it. I mean, my God, the
That
cognitive
part.
dissonance is...
Poor Daisy.
So yes,
Poor Daisy.
Amy, take a seat. You're entitled to your opinion. You're also not entitled to be believed and listened to. So just shush.
Yeah. See, and here's the thing, our channel, nobody sways us. We'll talk about what we want to for as long as we want to. I'm not moved by any of that. So I'm going to give
Well, and
it
even if they've worked it out, we're a review channel. We're going to talk about it. That's what we do.
The
Yep.
trouble's already been caused. So
Hold on a minute. Hold on and wait. In about, 15, 20 minutes time, the last video will be that video where it's Daisy allegedly thinks that she sorted it all out. You can watch it with us, listen to the conversation and see what you think.
There you
I
go.
personally think it's bullshit.
Same. Are we ready for Well, the first one
Yep.
is tickled pink, aren't we? Okay. Give me just a second.
Be ready.
Jules, don't tell me. Do not tell me these monkeys' name ever again. Never come in here and tell me not to ever again. I will use Monkey's name anytime I want to. And I don't care what Brandy says. Until Brandy can make me stop using his name, I don't care. I really don't care what Brandy says. Because Brandy is obviously following the trolls right now. I was one of the first people who ever put Monkey out here. So don't tell me not to use his face. He's a child. And if I want to use his face, I will. Don't come in here and tell me. Do not. I will represent Michael Vaughn whether anybody likes it or not. And that includes Brandy. I've supported Brandy enough while she goes into these trolls chats and mods forum and everything else. I've been darn good to her. I was on her side before anybody else was on her side. When other YouTubers were not having her back, I had her back. If I want to
Translation
on my platform, I will.
Oof.
Translation, I will make money off of saying the most god awful things that whatever pops into my head, I'll say it because I can. That's what that
So
sounds
you can get
like
over
to
it.
me.
I wish I could give you
It's
the
not about
larger
the
context of this clip. Because the person that she's answering here in the chat is pointing out that this comment comes immediately after Daisy is talking about children like Summer, and she makes the connection, Summer and Michael, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, sex trafficking. She does it again. And the minute she insinuates that children of that kind are more likely to be sex trafficked, somebody spoke up in the chat and said, Brandy has already told you about this. She asked you nicely, and here you are again. And this is the response. Complete ego drive. Me. I was the first person to support Brandy. Listen, there are no medals out here for having a YouTube channel that talks about true crime. These are people's real lives. It's a story to you. You are not entitled to that story. You have freedom of expression. You can cover the story. But if somebody comes to you who you say that you respect and you say you have concern for, and you won't listen to what they ask you to do, she's not saying don't cover him. She's saying don't include him in conversations about sex trafficking. This is not unreasonable. You're
And
being
then,
very unreasonable.
and then I don't understand the logic of somebody saying that she loves Brandy. Daisy loves Brandy. She was just mad. What does that have to do with what she said? I don't care how mad you are. This is a mother of a missing child. Brandy didn't do anything for her to say this. I'm sorry. I've got to disagree with you.
Right. She just asked to honor her wishes and not talk about that when talking about Michael. There's so much other things that have happened recently that in his case that could be discussed, and you don't have to talk about the things that she's asked you not to talk about. There are actual things that have happened surrounding his case that are factual, and I don't hear many people talking about it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, but getting mad at a mother whose child is missing, just the level of entitlement to me, that's what bothers me. So you feel entitled because you got mad to say the things that you said. I'm going to let this finish playing and then we'll go on to the next one.
Parents, it's about Michael Vaughn and him being found, not about childish, ignorant games that people wants to play. It's about a missing child. And I will put his face and his name, whether anybody likes it or not.
Whether anyone likes it or not, including his own mother.
I'm sorry, but his mother has the final say. Not YouTubers, okay?
Takes a lot of nerve for her sitting up there pretty much telling Brandy to get screwed. You know, it's a lot of nerve.
Okay, this next clip is longer and covers more of the aspect of her feeling frustrated. There she's saying that she'll use this picture whenever she wants. This one, she's saying that she's not going to cover him anymore at all because she's deeply offended by Brandy being in somebody else's chat. And it's the insinuations there. Please listen for the amount of insinuation of there's something going on with Brandy. There's something wrong with Brandy. She doesn't know what's going on with Brandy. It's really, really insidious. So just listen and see what you think.
We will no longer be covering Michael Vaughn's case. We just won't be covering it no more. I will not be putting his face up. I will not be talking about him anymore because of the drama that is going on right now with him, with his mother. And so I won't be talking about it. Hey, B for BS.
What is she talking about? The drama that is going on with his mother. What drama? That statement alone confuses me. This sounds like spite. I'm sorry, this sounds very spiteful. I'm pissed off, so I'm not going to cover Michael anymore. Y'all can get mad at me if you want to.
Thank you, Gwen.
I don't know what's going on with her and why she is on the attack of me, but right now, for better or for worse, I'm not going to be covering his case at all, unfortunately, because it's just, I can't deal with the drama from her anymore until she gets better for whatever's going on with her.
Okay, my head is about to do a whole Linda Blair here. What? You cover Dawn and Candace. Oh, no, matter of fact, you windmill for Dawn and Candace. Some of y'all ain't going to like me by the end of the day. Not. You windmill for Dawn and Candace. What is she talking about? Okay, I'm going to let more of it play. I got to get some of this out of my system as I go.
I don't want to say what I think it is. I know my three sons. It's okay. I see Prayer Gardens jumped on the bandwagon over there. How, she's sitting over there talking about me, and Brandy not getting along when she was the very one that set up on my channel and accused Brandy and them of hurting Monkey. Really? I know she is not gonna bug. And if Ronald comes in here, just delete every account he has. He's a scumbucket like the rest of them. So now I'm blocked at Andrews, and now I can't defend anymore. Listen, I could care less about him. We won't even mention him and give him credit. That says a lot for the people that's in that chat and supporting that. Um, and for the mother of a missing child in there. You're out of here, Holy Spirit. You are out. Goodbye. I can see a troll when they come. Get rid of Ronald. Get rid of Ronald. Don't let him come back in here. If you block him, he can stream you. He can't stream you? I don't know. Really? I don't know. Hey, Myrtle Burke. But people were giving him, yeah, Tree. She was over there ditching me pretty bad, and I didn't say anything to her. She called me a witch and everything. After everything that I've done for her.
Wow.
Did I hear that right? After everything that I've done for her, Lord, give me strength as I listen to this.
So Brandy owes her now or something?
It's what it sounds like she's saying to me, that Brandy owes her. That's a
That's horrible. That is just, that makes me so angry. When you do something for people, you do it from your heart. You don't do it to get something in return. You don't do it for a pat on your back.
exactly, Bugsy. To say something like that, to fix your lips, to let something like that come out of your mouth.
Of all the things I've done for you. No, that don't fly with me. Just doesn't fly.
Something's going on with her, so we won't be mentioning him anymore. I pray that he'll be found. I pray for her still, and all we can do is just pray for Brandy and whatever is going on with her. I can't stay quiet anymore. I can't stand back and see the pool end. I know it's hard, my three sons. Daisy, I wanted you to know I didn't mean to get you
You pause
upset.
a
No, you didn't get me
second.
upset. I
Whatever the hell is going on with her. Now, that is a huge thing to say and not give any hints. Now, obviously, you've said it like that, so that if anybody challenges you, you can say, oh, well, I mean the stress that she's under, or, oh, I mean the upset that she's going through. When you say it like that, you leave that open to a whole spectrum of people's assumptions. And you know that you're doing that. You're quite aware that people will fill in the blanks themselves. In a situation where we're dealing with a whole community where one of the two, a couple who are true crime presenters, have recently lost their children because of their drug use. And then we've got somebody else sort of waiting to go to court for harassing an ex-partner. All these things going on within that community. When you come into, when you go live and you say whatever's going on with that, and hinting that you know but you don't want to say, you
Right.
allow people to fill in the blanks in the most extreme and dramatic ways that they can think of. And you know that you're doing that.
She's
Because
aware.
otherwise you would clarify and you would be specific. Uh, and it's just disgusting. You know what you're doing. I'm sick of this sweet, innocent act when we know what's been going on behind the scenes with a whole absolute shitstorm that rap is involved in and
Mm-hmm.
Chillbilly. Um, you are not some sort of naive little creature, you know, who gets sucked into these situations. You are far more manipulative than that. And if
Oh,
that offends anybody in the chat, that's tough
Sorry.
because that's my opinion.
and thank you, TT. TT says, poor monkey in summer. I'm so sick of these people using these beautiful babies. And unfortunately, this happens way too often. I don't even call this the true crime sector. I don't. I mean, it's truly a crime. Some of the people on here trying to cover things. Um, I agree with Pearl. Daisy knows exactly what she's doing. It's manipulative, and it's unfortunate for her that she thinks that people are going to fall for that. Well, maybe some will. I sure won't.
And can we
You
also
try.
make clear that this is specifically about Daisy's words on Daisy's channel and Daisy's opinion? This is no reflection on anybody else who appears on her panel, and certainly not on Jenkins. We are not sort of, this doesn't fall over onto anybody else at all. We're talking specifically about these words and this opinion here, not about anyone else.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right, I'm gonna let the rest of it play.
seen it myself. Exactly, Brown Bear. They were over there saying the most repulsive things. Brandy was over there saying horrific stuff about me.
And Prayer Garden, of course she's going to jump on that bandwagon.
But not a
No doubt
single
about that.
receipt. All these horrific things, but not a single receipt.
And
Where are your receipts,
was
Daisy?
and where was this that she's speaking of? Where is this place that she's saying that Brandy
Andrew,
was just saying horrible things?
I'm not sure what his channel is called, but it's Pandrew. Andrew, who was married to Ali.
Oh God.
Ugh.
Okay. I don't like him either. Oh, okay. Here we go.
When she sit over here and degraded and talked horrible about Brandy and accused Brandy's husband of hurting Michael. And now she wants to sit over there and say face? Really? Oh yeah, and I got a nasty comment from Crime Stories Obsessed too because I called her out on her BS. Yeah, I got one of those too. Yeah, she unsent the messages, but I've already got them. Where she said she didn't want to fool with Brandy because what was going on with Brandy, and there was a lot of controversy with Brandy. She thinks that I didn't snap it. She's stupid.
Can you pause a second? For anybody in our chat here who's going on that we shouldn't have an opinion about Daisy's words, you've just heard a laundry list there of people that Daisy is tarring with the brush of negative opinion. And if you don't have a problem with Daisy having an opinion on the creators, you don't have a problem with us having an opinion on Daisy. So take a seat.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you something. You ain't going to move us. We'll talk about whatever we want to talk about, and that's just the end of that. That you're in the wrong chat. If you come over here to windmill for Miss Daisy, you get your arms knocked off. I'm telling you, this ain't the place.
And unlike Daisy, we are all receipt.
Oh, yeah.
She's safe-faced as hell. She was over there in Andrew's chat too. What? You think you have integrity? You're over there in this creepo's chat supporting this creepo? Really? Really? Doesn't surprise me about anybody anymore. I don't know what I missed or what happened, but well, I can't give my opinion not knowing maybe. Well, the thing is, people come in here saying for me not to talk about Monkey, that Brandy didn't. Then Brandy was over there trying to say that what do y'all listen to her saying the same thing over and over again? Brandy was over there trying to say that I had Monkey in that game the other night when literally she supports the biggest tragedy pimps of all time. Miss Daisy, I would love to tell a mouthful. Let's see. Miss Daisy, you are a beautiful person with a good heart. So be you. Love you. Thank you, Dee Dee. I love you, Dee Dee. Listen, due to the situation with Monkey being missing and everything, I'm not going to engage in an argument with Brandy because I think that's what she wants.
She's a bit late.
What?
Sure.
What?
That's what a mother of a missing child wants, you big damn dummy, is to
Yes.
argue with YouTubers. Hell, far. Yeah.
All,
What the hell?
all the stress and drama that Brandy is involved in her day-to-day life as a mother of a missing little boy, what's really on her mind is whether she can wind up Daisy. That's her absolute sort of driving force. You really need to rein in your ego, Daisy. You are not the centre of the universe. It must have been quite a shock when you found out that the universe revolves around the sun and not around you. But the facts are, you're just another creator.
Wow.
That's it. Just another creator.
A
When he
legend
says-
in your own mind. Somebody
Mhm.
lied to you.
She's a hurt mother, and I just will not be showing or talking about him anymore. I do pray that he is found one day and that they do get closure, but we will not be mentioning him. I deleted his picture off this live stream, and that way she won't have any more reasons to show off in front of people to get attention. In my opinion, that's what she's doing. Over
Show
there acting like
off. Show off in front of people to get attention. The
Wow.
projection is real.
She'd like nothing more than to be at home with her family and not having ever had to come out to YouTube and ask for you to share Michael's picture. She'd like to be in there playing Legos with him. She doesn't want your attention. She wants her son.
Showing off, huh?
And Chasing's comment, in a few simple words, hits the nail on the head. A simple request turned into this.
Right. You're right. She turned it in to such theatrics. None of this was necessary. It was a simple request, and now here we are. Wow.
she's more or less threatening me over there on that channel. People sent me all of it.
Do we have receipts of a threat?
I've got a feeling she's another one of those that you could say boo to her and she would take that as a threat. Just some people are like that. They want to believe they're being threatened. I don't think they believe it, but they want you to think, yeah, I was threatened. It was awful, y'all. Yeah, I'm the victim. No, you ain't. No, you ain't.
Well, she doesn't want her child's
She
name
knew
associated with
they-
something. There's been not one shred of evidence was ever involved in his case. Why is that wrong? What
It's
the hell
not
is wrong with you, Daisy?
She wants-
You should be ashamed. You really should.
right. She wants it kept to the facts, not any other. There is no evidence of the other.
Easy or P. If you only knew the receipts I got.
Laurie
Yeah.
P., if you could
went-
write that comment again in English, so it's actually a sentence that I can understand, that would be a great starting point.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And here, if you notice our subscribers, you see how they write. I can understand all of our subscribers. If you could do that, that would, yeah. I don't know where you're used to, but over here, yeah.
Fast. Where did that go? I got in the creators that are lying and convincing right in our face. I know, you guys. People were coming after her right and left, and I was taking up for her. And now she wants to show out and act like the big dog and attack me for no reason. And that's
Why
what
do
she's
people
doing.
why
No
do
reason.
people expect a pat on the back for doing the right thing?
Because
Don't you just
they're
do
not
the right
doing
thing because it's the right thing? But
because they're not doing it for the right reasons. You keep
right.
doing- right.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
Called
she's
me a
working
witch
for
and
accolades
everything.
and super chats.
Who would even go to Andrew's chat? He's so irrelevant and weirdo. Oh, they were over there giving him money. Pearls and all of them. They were giving him money left and right. He literally charged $5 a question for his
Not
son
this Pearl.
to answer questions about Summer.
This
No, not our
Pearl
Pearl.
has never been in Andrew's
Yeah.
chat and will
Yeah.
never give him a dime. Please rest assured.
No, you won't catch the jerks over there. No.
Nope.
Yeah, she is God's girl, and it's sad that she would do that to somebody that supported her so much.
Well, there you have it on that one. Poor Daisy. Poor pitiful Daisy. Brandy was just awful to her. And she will no longer talk about Michael. Good. Don't. At this point, maybe you shouldn't.
Now, the next video is the one from an hour and a half ago that Daisy seems to assume sorts everything out and puts it all to rest. She makes a big point of tagging Justin for All and his Clutch the Pearls channel to say that he needs to stop talking about her and all the bullshit and making something out of nothing. I don't believe that this video does what you think it does, Daisy. In fact, well, it seems that you can't pass a fire without pissing petrol on it.
Yeah.
I've never yet heard somebody say to the mother of a missing child, I've been going through a lot.
Yeah. She actually
But
says
sit
this.
down and listen because it's coming up.
Yeah. Y'all lean in because this actually happens. Whew.
Hello, Miss Daisy.
Hi.
You sound ill.
I've been sick.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay. What's going on, Brandy?
I want you to understand why I'm so upset, Miss Daisy.
Okay.
We haven't spoken since the last time I came on your panel, and you thought you privated it, correct?
I did private it. I got hacked.
Mm-hmm. And then you were accusing me of being over in that chat.
A lot of people said you was, Brandy. I don't know. And I'm sorry if you wasn't.
Oh, I was in and out. I'm in and out of many people's chats.
Yeah.
So all I asked was not to have Michael's name associated with SA and R. Am I wrong?
That's absolutely what you asked.
And then you proceeded to say that you would not share Michael's picture or talk about Monkey again out of anger. And that broke my damn heart.
I was angry.
Did you notice Brandy said, "Is that correct?" And Daisy answered, "That's what you asked."
That's what
she
you
couldn't
asked.
even acknowledge that it was correct.
And then she says that she got hacked. What? Is that a reach? She put the video on private. What is that?
Right, it's convenient, isn't it?
She's talking, right, she's speaking about the fact that rap was in the StreamYard. That is not being hacked. That is having somebody in your StreamYard. If you paid attention, you'd be able to see who it is.
Right, Claire? Right. That's not hacked either. It's just somebody's in your... Hacked. Right.
Angry, yes, I was.
It broke my heart. It really hurt.
I'm sorry about that.
Did you go on a live and say that you spoke to me after that night?
No, ma'am, I didn't. I said Yanni spoke to you. She told me she spoke to you and told you what was going on.
Those were not your words, Miss Daisy.
Yes, it was. Go back and
that's why I addressed you the next day about it, and then I haven't spoken to you since or said a damn word in any of your chats or anything like that, have I?
No, well, tonight you have, but other than that...
Oh, tonight
Okay, so Yanni has assured Miss Daisy that she's spoken to Brandy and everything was fine.
Yanni, the truth teller.
Right.
Brandy doesn't sound fine.
Brandy doesn't look fine, and I can only imagine how this is just the sort of bullshit she doesn't need on top of everything else that she's got to deal with.
And for those, and it amazes me, the people that are acting like Brandy shouldn't have even approached Daisy. Do y'all? This is her son. She can talk about him anytime she wants to. If she's upset about something, she has the right to hit that link and go up there and talk to that person. And if you ask me, she's very polite. She's very kind. Nothing I would be. I'd come through here like a wrecking ball, okay? I would destroy the place if it were me.
Oh yeah.
I
In Brandy's
I have a
situation.
feeling that
Sorry, darling, carry on.
I was just going to say I have a feeling that Brandy has teeth marks imprinted on her tongue from biting it so much. She has held her tongue quite a bit when, I would have ripped somebody a new one.
Oh yeah. I bet she's got little half moons in her palm as well from her nails sticking into her as she clenches her fist off screen. Frankly, if you spoke about my missing child the way that you have done, Daisy, and then you spoke to me like you speak to Brandy, I would be wearing your ass as a hat.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
I would set this stage on fire, figuratively speaking. For those of you that love to be a victim, figuratively.
Tracy says something really important in chat. I swear people on here forget Monkey belongs to Brandy. Summer belongs to the Wells. Not any of you just because you post their photos.
Thank you.
Amen to that.
Simple. Just that simple.
I have, because I'm pretty damn heated, because, excuse me, Michael is my son.
Brandy.
And you tell everybody on this platform that you don't give a damn how I feel?
I do care how you feel, Brandy.
Well, that's not what you said tonight, dear.
I got mad because people come in here and tell me not to talk about Michael when I have kept his name out here.
All
Yes, I have, Brandy.
you have
Brandy,
had
this
Michael's
ain't
name.
You shouldn't get upset over this. You don't
You know
like
I'm
how
upset
business
is because
going,
the way
Brandy,
you're speaking
because
about me and my son. That's why I'm upset, Miss Daisy, because I don't expect this from you. I didn't expect this from you, and how you've acted over these past few months, I just don't understand it. And that's why I'm so frustrated and upset. And nobody's in my ear. I'm 40 damn years old. My son has been missing 833 days, and I am still keeping my family together and working every damn day. So don't you dare tell me that you don't care how I feel.
I do care.
I heard it earlier. Well,
I do.
your words stated otherwise, and my blood pressure is through the damn roof. My heart's gonna explode because you hurt my heart. Well, I just want you to understand.
You know I wasn't meant to hurt you.
I want you to listen. Are you listening to me?
Yes,
Please, Miss Daisy, are you listening to me?
Yes.
I am asking you to keep sharing Michael's name and his face and his beautiful picture out there. All I'm asking is to keep the BS away from his case. And if you
She didn't mince words. She didn't mince words here. After everything Daisy has said, Brandy says, I'm not asking you not to share Michael. I'm asking you to keep the BS out of his case. To me, that's a very simple request.
I agree. Not hard.
talk about Michael's case, could you separate it from other cases?
Yes, ma'am.
I would greatly appreciate that.
Brandy, don't let people get you upset, okay?
You have me upset, Miss Daisy.
People get you upset? Acknowledge what you did, Daisy. You did it.
She said, don't let people get you upset. Daisy, this is on you. Take accountability. I'm going to tell you something. People will respect you more when you take accountability rather than trying to shift the blame. People know what you're doing. We all mess up. Just own it.
Brandy, you have no idea what I've been going through. If you,
Miss Daisy, I'm sorry. I am.
Brandy, don't let people get you upset, okay?
You have me upset, Miss Daisy.
Brandy, you have no idea what I've been going through. If you,
Now, I had to rewind that, and I hope y'all leaned in right there. Daisy says to Brandy, you have no idea what I've been going through. A couple problems here. One, I'm sure nothing you're going through is comparable to what Brandy has been going through. And that's deflect. You're trying to deflect and throw off. You're also trying to get Brandy to feel sorry for you in a way like, oh, well, if you only knew what I was going through, Brandy, then you could understand. Surely you could understand why I done what I done. That doesn't work.
Dree, this video's from 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Miss Daisy,
No,
I'm
I can't
sorry.
say that to you. I can't say that.
I'm sorry that you know what, but I will tell you right now. Some of your actions, I think, has brought on your own hell, and I'm my own worst person to do. I'll probably right now I'm causing my own chaos. So I just
We do that sometimes. It's okay though, isn't it?
please.
The most important thing is for you to stay calm. Don't be stressed out over Daisy. Amy, listen.
Oh, she just talked about herself in the third person again.
I was
Look.
going to say the same thing. You're not, was it, you're not Madonna or Prince?
Don't worry about Daisy. What? She ain't worried about you. She's worried about the bullshit that you're bringing into the child's case. All she's simply asking, and like I said earlier, she's being really nice about it, is to leave it out of his case. That's it.
Yeah, she's been very nice about it. And did you notice that sort of little giggle of disbelief that Brandy gave when
Yeah.
Daisy said that what she's been going through? I don't know about you, but that would be my giggle of disbelief when somebody has said something so outrageous that it's either laugh or go absolutely ballistic. And that would be the point at which the people around me would be running, because manic laughter means the shit is really going to hit the fan if you don't
Yes.
all calm down.
Yeah, manic laughter is a bad sign, y'all, for me.
Daisy will
When you're
not
talking about me and my son, I'm gonna be stressed out, honey. It's just gonna happen. You would stand up for Miss Wells, would you not, Mr. Wells?
And I have stood up for you too, Brandy.
And you have.
And I still
So
do.
I don't understand why
Because people are trying to turn you against me. They're trying to make it
nobody's.
look like
I've heard it out of your own mouth, ma'am. Your lives. Go back and watch them. Your voice, your mouth. Nobody else's. It was you.
Let me say something.
I heard it from my own ears. My own ears. Nobody. That I heard it all from my own ears.
Do you realize that there are people using you to try to hurt me?
Nobody's using me to hurt you, Miss Daisy.
Yeah, they are, Brandy. That's why you came over here that night, because of it. You were mad. You don't like.
That's a lie. That is
I
not. That is a
suppose-
lie. You know what? I came up here tonight. My chest. I still can't breathe because I'm so angry at your actions. And I've been this way with other creators before as well. And yes, you have stood up for me
Okay.
and Michael and our family. But I'm telling you right now, this is just me being me. That's it, Miss Daisy. And
Well,
I'm
I just
not
want
you. I just don't want you to associate Michael's name with those horrible things, please. That's all I'm asking. I'm not telling you you can't share his picture. I'm not telling you you can't, share his
That's what
case.
they were coming in here telling me that.
I did see that. And that's not what I stated, and that's not what I asked of you. But your reaction to me when I asked you that simple request, that broke my heart and got me very upset. So yes, I reacted out of anger.
And we all do. We all do.
So I'm making this public right here, right now. If you are speaking about Michael Joseph Vaughn, Monkey, share his beautiful picture, share his face. Please put out the details for law enforcement. Share the updates from law enforcement. Other lot going on in Michael's case, and he's still out there and he's still missing.
I know.
And I never asked you not to share his name, but I respectfully, please, and any other creator, anybody else that's listening, any sub, please respect our wishes as a family. Keep Michael's face and name out there. Talk facts about his case, and just don't associate it with those horrible things, please.
Okay. I respect that, Brandy. Listen, I love you no matter what. I'm sorry if you're mad at me. I love you, and I still pray for you so much, and we still pray for Monkey every day, Brandy.
Well, and you know what? Please take in consideration all of these missing loved ones cases too. Everybody needs to start having a little more heart.
Yeah.
All the way around. So I gotta go get something to eat. My blood pressure. Yeah, I'm not doing so hot. So
Well, you get feeling better, but always know that
yeah.
you're loved and Monkey's loved over here, and just try not to get upset. I don't want you getting upset anymore.
I hope you feel better soon, Miss Daisy. You have a good night.
You too. Bye, honey.
Daisy, I don't believe that you did anything in that video to put the situation right. I believe that you were two-faced, you were double talking, you were not willing to acknowledge what you'd said and done, and you were far too eager to make this all Brandy's responsibility. I think you should be ashamed of yourself.
Very disappointed in you. Very
Well,
disappointed.
and she's doing a lot of uh, shifting the blame. Don't let others get to you. Don't let others get in your ear. You know, you're not or not Brandy, but Daisy. You're not even listening to understand. I was listening to you there, and I could tell that you were listening to respond and also just make this go away. You wanted it to just go away. She was speaking to you. Brandy was speaking to you from her heart. It was authentic what she was saying. I actually listened to it. I stood still and was really listening to what Brandy was saying. And I know it's embarrassing when you get called out sometimes, but there's nothing wrong with actually listening and not listening to respond. All she's asking is please don't put all the other bull crap that don't matter right now in my child's case. That's simple.
Hmm. It was a really simple request.
It really was. And when that person came up, as I already said earlier, when that person during the most recent live that Daisy did said, please don't mention Michael's name because, again, you're talking about sex trafficking. And Brandy specifically asked you not to do that. That's when she flipped out and said that she'll show his photo whenever she wants and she'll mention him whenever she wants and she's done so much and blah, blah, blah.
Well, also what she did is with the saying that she'll share his picture whenever she wants, and then like almost punishment for Brandy saying, "Hey, I asked you, please don't do that." Well, I'm not gonna say his name, and I'm not gonna share his picture anymore.
It was
What?
spiteful. It was spite. That's all that was.
Right?
And chasing, you may be right about that. Daisy may be well intended. She just I lost the comment. Forgot what it said. And here it is. I also think she feels for whatever reason she constantly feels attacked no matter the approach. We have to be careful in these cases with our words. That's true.
It is true. One of the things that we've discussed as a group, this has all been quite fast moving, so we haven't had a huge amount of time to talk about this, is that out of respect for Brandy, in the light of what we've just spoken about, that we don't want to be that way, that it's important to do something that we don't normally do, which is discussing what's going on in the community around true crime and then actually talking true crime. But Brandy has always said if you're discussing Michael and you're discussing her, then it is important to her that you show his photograph and you talk about the facts of the case. Now, we have previously made videos when we were on a different channel around Monkey's case, and out of respect for the situation and wanting to do the right thing by Brandy in the light of what we've just spoken about, we're going to do something we don't normally do and now move on to the true crime and show the videos that we made, because it is really important to remember that no matter what they think has happened, officially Michael is still missing, and we're going to
Yep.
honour what Brandy wants us to do.
This video was made about a year ago, I think.
Yeah.
Almost exactly a year, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a series of videos linked together. It gives you all the details of the facts that were known at the time. We end with an update about the fact that Sarah Wanderer had been arrested. Obviously, things have moved on since then, but Michael is still missing. And then there are a couple of videos in tribute to the family. And yeah.
And Daisy, real quick, You can fire up all the lives you want talking about making money. That's the low-hanging fruit. I also have another video. You're no one to talk about anybody making money. Hush.
And the arrest of a potential suspect, Michael remains missing at the time of this broadcast. Michael Vaughn was 5 years old when he disappeared from his neighborhood in Fruitland, Idaho. Michael, affectionately called Monkey by his family, was last seen outside of his home in the area of Southwest 9th Street in Fruitland, Idaho. Michael has blonde hair, blue eyes, stands at 3 feet 6 inches tall, and weighs 50 pounds. He was last seen wearing a blue Minecraft t-shirt, black boxer briefs with a lime green trim, and flip-flops. Michael shared a home with his mother, Brandy Neal, his father, Tyler Vaughn, 2 older siblings, and 1 younger sibling. Michael adores digging in the dirt, mining for gold, metal detecting, playing Minecraft with his family, building things, and has a fascination with looking up at the stars and the moon. He's a fan of Spider-Man, Batman, camping, pizza, and his favorite football team is Seattle Seahawks.
Idaho is a state in the Pacific Northwest region of the United States, bordering Montana and Wyoming to the east, Nevada and Utah to the south, and Washington and Oregon to the west. With an area of 84,000 square miles, Idaho is the 14th largest state by land area, and the 14th least populated. Idaho's size also means it is divided into several distinct geographic and climatic regions and 2 different time zones. The city of Fruitland nestles alongside U.S. Route 95 in the Treasure Valley of southwest Idaho, about 50 miles west of the state capital, Boise, and close to Idaho's border with Oregon. Fruitland's city slogan is, "The Big Apple of Idaho." Agriculture, particularly fruit production, has been the mainstay of the area's economy since the original site of Fruitland was homesteaded in 1897. The valley community grew alongside the expansive new orchards of apples and plums. And, as of the 2020 United States Census, there are now 2,108 households making up the city of Fruitland. The area where Michael lived with his family is a quiet neighborhood. It is made up of mostly ranch-style houses which are built on smaller lots. Several of the houses have fencing for privacy, but they are generally open to the street.
The neighborhood, it's a quiet neighborhood. The houses are pretty close together in our specific neighborhood. We have a pretty flat land area around our home. We are surrounded by cornfields, sugar beet, and alfalfa. The street that we do live on is, you can enter from 2 different streets, but it is fed in. Our neighborhood is fed in as well as other neighborhoods across the street, but there's one way in and one way out. Okay. Now, there are dirt roads. There are farm roads that go through, and the one that is by our home goes in a circle. If somebody decided to take that road, it would have been noticeable. They wouldn't have gotten out that way. Okay. The one road that does feed in and out of the neighborhood. Now, there is a cliff that goes down and it leads into other farmland. And there is another dirt road.
Fruitland, like much of southwest Idaho, has a drier climate, closer to that of Nevada than the Pacific Northwest. The summer of 2021 was unseasonably hot, even for Idaho. On the 27th of July, the day that Monkey disappeared, it was 103 degrees. Brandy Neal remembers it as another hot day in a long stretch of hot days. Something that had led to them leaving daily walks to the early evening. In J.D. Huff's press update on August 4th of that year, he remarked that, The intense heat has been a problem for both the canine and human search teams. In the context of that heat wave, and with the knowledge that Monkey had made his way to the splash pad before, it still seems most likely that that was his destination. This is the route from Monkey's home to the Crestview Park splash pad. The last most likely sighting of Michael Monkey Vaughan was here, on his home street, Southwest 9th Street, close to the junction with South Washington Avenue. His family and all who love him hope to see him walking along that street again one day. Although police and searchers are still working to process the material excavated from the residence of Sarah Wondra on nearby Red Wing Street, Monkey is still officially listed as missing. The search to bring him home must continue, in the hope of his safe return to the arms of his family.
Michael's father, Tyler, last recalled seeing Michael in the living room as he went to tend to Michael's baby sister, Buggy, who had been napping. Tyler changed the baby and ordered some pizza, and at around 6:30 p.m. he notices that Michael isn't in the living room, and he checks around the house to see if he is playing with the Switch game in his bedroom or perhaps went to the backyard to play again. Tyler is unable to find Michael. He then goes out into the neighborhood to see if he can find Michael and begins knocking on doors of neighbors to see if Michael has gone to play with some kids. He telephones Brandy at work and lets her know he's unable to find Michael, and then he calls 911. Tyler is seen on doorbell cameras and CCTV as he searches the neighborhood and the neighborhood park that they refer to as the splash pad. Tyler returns home and finds that an officer has already arrived. The police station is located exactly 1.3 miles from the Vaughn household. They immediately begin a search of the home and neighborhood. Fruitland police confirmed early into the investigation that preliminary evidence suggested his disappearance was likely to be the result of an abduction. Sending out an alert for the little boy, they described him as having blonde hair and blue eyes, standing at just 3 feet 7 inches tall and weighing around 50 pounds. To date, the department has looked into nearly 1,000 leads and tips that have come in from the public. Vehicles were investigated and cleared, with the exception of one white Honda Pilot that they were not able to speak to the driver of. And there was also one unidentified man that was seen walking in the area on home surveillance footage. The driver of the vehicle and the unidentified man could be possible witnesses or hold that clue to what happened that day. It has been determined as fact that Michael was seen by neighbors looking for kids to play with, and his last known direction was headed eastbound on 9th Street, away from his home, between the hours of 6:30 and 7 p.m. That was 16 months ago. In the meantime, Brandy and Tyler continued every effort they could to locate their son. Their efforts brought Idaho Governor Brad Little to sign a law that creates a new missing persons alert. It's known as Monkey's Law, the nickname belonging to Michael Vaughan. The law establishes an emergency alert system that's parallel to the Amber Alert, allowing an alert to go out in cases that may not meet the criteria required of an Amber Alert. And they also saw a new partnership announced with a program called Homeward Bound, which would place missing children's pictures on traveling trucks and semi-trailers to spread awareness of their disappearances and hopefully bring more answers to families of the missing. On July 22nd of this year, a year after Monkey was reported missing, in an update provided by Fruitland Police Department, Fruitland Police Chief J.D. Huff said in the conference that the case has been narrowed down, but there are many circumstances that are not concrete. Police have gathered a tremendous amount of data, he said, serving 27 search warrants, and they have served triple that number in consensual searches. So far, the most recent credible lead they have has brought them back to the area in Fruitland where Michael went missing. It takes an intense effort and a lot of work to document all of the leads as they're coming in. And at the conclusion of this investigation, I'm hopeful we will find the answers. It's important that our case is organized and very strong, Huff said. Now, 4 months later, we fast forward to the second week of November, and we see that police have been diligently following up on those leads. And last week, Fruitland Police Chief J.D. Huff told local news outlet KTVB that police received a very credible tip that led them to excavate the yard on Red Wing Street, which is not far from Michael's home on Southwest 9th Street. Huff also said, during the course of the investigation, we received information that the remains of Michael Vaughn might be found. When the search began on Saturday, November 12th, as a result, we obtained a search warrant. We have not found anything yet, but we will continue to excavate in hopes of finding his remains. Huff said the couple that lives in the home where the search is being conducted does not own it, and to his knowledge, they have no connection to the Vaughn family. One was taken into custody on Friday, November 11th, while the other has been in custody since May. Investigators revealed on Monday, November 14th, they had arrested 35-year-old Sarah Wondra, who is now facing charges of failure to notify authorities of a death. Huff spoke to reporters at the scene on Monday and said, our investigation determined Sarah Wondra may have had knowledge of Michael's death and failed to report it. We do not believe she is the only person that has knowledge of this, and we will be seeking out those people who could possibly be connected. Fox News reported that the probable cause affidavit has been temporarily sealed by the judge to protect other leads in the police investigation. Sarah Wondra lived at the house with her husband, Stacy Wondra.
Sarah Wondra did not appear at Payette County Court on November 21st for her slated status conference. Instead, Judge Brian Lee declared her incompetent to currently stand trial. Wondra's preliminary hearing, set for Tuesday, November 22nd, was also vacated. Wondra has been committed to the care of Idaho Department of Health and Welfare. Officials will work to restore Wondra's mental competency before her next status conference, now set for December 23, 2022. Judge Brian Lee will remain advised of all Sarah Wondra's treatment and may decide to move the status conference to an earlier date if circumstances change. On November 23, Fruitland Police Chief J.D. Huff, in a statement to Michael's family, shared the following information. After 11 days of intense work at the residence of Sarah Wondra, search crews have released the property after fully excavating the yard and searching the property. The search team will continue to process materials off-site until they are fully satisfied all possible evidence has been examined. Chief Huff will release a full statement about the search and the next step for law enforcement on November 30th or December 1st.
Everyone, please look at Michael's beautiful face. Look at his beautiful eyes. See our family. See how much love and kindness and joy there is in our family. Please pray for all of us. Please pray for all the law enforcement that continues to tirelessly search for Michael. And if you know anything about Monkey, if you know anything, please say something, please. He needs to come home. It's been too long, please. Thank you everyone for your support. I love you, Michael Joel. We won't give up, baby. I promise you're coming home. All right? You will come home. You see, Mommy, you know. I'm coming to get you, baby. We're gonna find you. I love you.
Standing on a bridge, I'm waiting in the dark. I thought that you'd be here by now. There's nothing but the rain, no footsteps on the ground. I'm listening but there's no sound. Isn't anyone trying to find me? Won't somebody come take me home? It's a damn cold night, trying to figure out this life. Won't you take me by the hand, take me somewhere new? I don't know who you are, but I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm looking for a place, I'm searching for a face. Is anybody here I know? 'Cause nothing's going right, and everything's a mess, and no one likes to be alone. Isn't
Whew.
That's a tough one to watch, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Makes me cry every time.
Is there any reason why we cut that off?
I was crying.
She couldn't take it anymore.
I'm sorry. You want me to finish it? I can. I'll finish
Yes, please.
it. Yes.
anyone trying to find me? Won't somebody come take me home? It's a damn cold night, trying to figure out this life. Won't you take me by the hand, take me somewhere new? I don't know who you are, but I'm with you. I'm with you. Oh, why is everything so confusing? Maybe I'm just out of my mind. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's a damn cold night, try to figure out this life. Won't you take me by the hand, take me somewhere new? Don't know who you are, but I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Say an extra prayer for Michael, Brandy, and their family tonight.
We're trying to pull it together, guys.
Yeah, I didn't know that song was.
It's powerful.
Yeah, that one is. Yeah. Whew, anyway. Yeah.
Share his picture. Share facts. There is a little bit of updates that have come out since that video. Like I said, it was made about a year ago. In the meantime, I think Sarah Wondra has been those charges were dropped without prejudice. I believe that's how you say it, so they can be brought back again. And she is. Did she plead guilty, y'all, to the
Yeah,
charges that she did have?
Yeah, she's been convicted on some other charges, and also her partner has been convicted on firearms charges. But given the amount of time that he has spent on remand inside, he will only serve a further 4 months. So in 4 months' time, he will be out. Meanwhile, we don't know what the movement is in the actual case.
We did hear word that perhaps they were going to the grand jury with something, so hopefully we'll see indictments in his case or something soon. That's what I'm praying for. I'm praying that this family gets some justice and soon.
Thank you, Vet Girl. Vet Girl says the family is dealing with a real life nightmare. YouTube doesn't need to add to that hell. Please give them peace and pray for strength. Thank you.
Yes.
Vet Girl.
Thank you, Vet Girl.
I don't really think that there's much more we can add to that, and I'm kind of concerned that we don't water down the power of having dealt with the gossip and then dealt with the facts by moving on to anything else. I know it means that we're a shorter program tonight, but I mean, what are your thoughts, girls?
I agree.
No, yeah, I think it's appropriate. I wouldn't want to go on from here with anything else.
Right.
We just wanted to
I
kind of
hope
bring
you'll
people back to, you know,
understand.
what's really important.
Yeah, I hope you'll all understand that we feel that we would be cheating Michael and Brandy and the rest of the family if we mixed in anything else.
Yeah.
It's too important. If you feel that we've been unfair to Daisy, I really would ask you to consider the things that have been said. But more important than all of that, I would ask you to, if you're the praying kind, please pray. If you're the sending out positive energy into the universe, do that. Whatever the thing is that stirs your heart and that you feel has any power. This is a family that need answers, and they need their son home.
Yep. Share his picture, guys, until they have the answers. Continue to share his picture out and spread awareness. He is still missing.
Yep. Please. Anyway, I'm crying on YouTube. That's a first for me. So I say we end it here, ladies. What do you think?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
I think so.
That's a good idea.
Yes, good idea.
All right. Thank you all for showing up tonight. We appreciate it.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
everyone.
And good night.
Good night.
Have a good
Good
night.
night.
You're embarrassing yourself. Go to bed.
Good night.